Morning, guys. Morning. This. Let's start off with the next one as usual. This is the last week. This is the last week of the month. Okay. What do we have here? So we're looking at this yesterday. Yeah. My audio may have sounded a little bit on the low side. It should be better now. Make sure I'm on mute. There we go. All good. So we're looking at this yesterday, looking at the need to trade below this low. Got that. Little bit of a bounce expected as well. I'm looking at this here, kind of like this. Meaning inside this order block right here, we have that. So that should be of some interest in my opinion. But I'm watching this retracement because I want to go long NAS. But I want discount prices on the daily range. So this push here, perfectly fine for me. I'm thinking about going long NAS. I'm not sure yet. There's a whole lot of things happening in tech world that could potentially ruin my long plans. But for now, at least, since the XY should be drawn here, should be a nice idea. But as usual, once I get to the M15 time frame, I'll play whatever the drawn liquidity is. But I haven't checked. I'm biased towards going long. So this is the range we're talking about here. I don't know which day. I think it was Tuesday I did this. This is that range now. So with the fib on, discount prices is nice. So I'm going to be watching for willingness to trade below a daily low. This is also this, okay, they don't like me. Okay, I was trying to pull this line over. Since they want violence, there we go. This candle is the order block I'm watching. I'm watching this candle here. I'm expecting the low of the week to be formed between this high, this opening price. I initially thought this was going to be the low of the week. But now with this range, this idea, it's a little bit far-fetched in my opinion, but I like it. I like the idea of them sweeping here, and then maybe next week we run higher. But I want to see how aggressive we are today. But I'm leaning towards buying NAS today in discount of this range. So I'll be waiting for 9:30 to confirm or invalidate. Do I go long or do I just play the short to the long objective? I don't know yet. Nice to pull back on this guy. Mention that this is where I want to see AU get traded to. So now it's just a waiting game since it's a daily chart. A little bit of imbalance inside here. Just a little bit. Popping up. Is this an imbalance that needs to stay open? I don't know. Do you have a rule for what imbalances should stay open? You don't know. Order block, imbalance within the order block range. Those are nice for long entries. It's refinement. Narrative is buy the bullish order block. Imbalances tend to pull price. So pulling price inside an order block with liquidity here makes sense for this to be a long. Let's see. Nice short. This was a nice short on AU. Very nice short. Meh. Sorry for anybody who trades this pair. This is just, one big mess. If you filter out the mess though, we do have rejection block here. This candle closed above it. Didn't take the high. So if you've been following the live calls, then you know that once we have liquidity, we fail to close above here, we use this as a rejection block, which means this is an order block, which is weird because this going low usually implies that DXY is strong, right? But look at what this is doing and what DXY is doing. The world is at war, I think. Still want to see that 1700 push on gold. I think it's needed. I really think 1700 gold is needed. Rejection block, like this candle here. It's holding price as a support level. We pull the high out on this candle. So are we trying to trade back down inside this candle's high to push higher? Just a small imbalance in there, very, very small. Maybe we need to look inside this day for weird zone. GU objective met. Still looking for this price to be traded to. So this is now 50-50 in my opinion. When we're at a old high, I generally don't want to see consolidations because that usually means very fast, aggressive movement. But this now, I don't know, everything here just looks weird. From the imbalances inside here, opening the door for manipulation. Nice down candle inside that range. Liquidity taken here. Shallow retracement. Let me just check if you guys can hear me. All right, stream still on. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, I think you can hear me. All right, cool. Thanks, Los. Okay. Something seems to be up. S&P. Yeah, S&P is already at the objective in comparison to this guy, which is why I want to see this guy scream. This right here needs to be traded to, in my opinion. I think that needs to be traded to. That's what I want. I have a limit there for about 2 weeks now. 11,840. So yeah, I want to see price trade up into that. This is already there. This delivery looks inefficient, very, very inefficient. Fair value gaps, open gaps, higher lows. November is going to be crazy. I'll say that. November should be crazy by all accounts. What's this? So the objective met, which was this gap inside here, traded really deep above 50%, which should be enough. Then we have a beautiful sell-off. If the DXY is actually going to trade lower, where would be the draw on liquidity for this guy? I'd be looking back above these highs for daily highs that were not rated. Which means, take that off, that off, that off. Very long term. I don't know why, and I'm not a swing trader. This is the last time, right here, we traded up and took highs. These highs. Which means this candle's high is the last daily high that was not taken after the stop hunt. So all of these highs come on the menu. Something about this looks a little bit suspicious. Yeah. Relatively equal, but while this would logically be a draw, it's not a draw for me, because if you zoom in, this high took that daily high, which means the liquidity will be resting here, which means this swept this daily high which means this has a liquidity. Ta-da! So these two price points would be on the menu for me. This is old order block. So this is an old order block, and we traded above it, closed above it. Why would you want to go to the opening price? It's a large down move, the opening price of the bearish order block before the down move is mitigation. If they are mitigating here, they need to prove it. Prove that you're mitigating here. Market structure shift on a lower time frame. This is still playing inside the trapped order flow. It's now a decent range of about 400 pips, I think. So that's perfectly fine. I'd like to see daily highs get tagged and then push. That's always nice to see. How far away is this? Not far, and I think we have news in a minute. Yeah, already spoke about this. Needs to get down here. All of this is madness. Silver as well. Oil is the only thing that hasn't gotten to its draw, which makes sense for oil to be a tad bit on the aggressive side today. And that wraps up the daily charts. So, M15 time. Hammer time. Check the chart real quickly. Alright, all good. How do you come up with the way you mark out your voids? It's quite different from Michael. Experience. Doing the same thing over and over and over, you kind of see stuff that works, and I just stuck with it because why not? That's what FX done. So ICT taught me everything in the beginning, but then what do you do with information once you get it? Information is only useful if it's applicable. And then when you apply that information, you can gain experience. And the experience teaches you what the information didn't. Same thing with me. ICT taught me what to look for, how to look at the charts, and then experience taught me basically why. So it's almost like ICT taught me what, and experience showed me why. Experience didn't teach me why because there is no clear-cut definition or explanation on a chart. It's just a repeating phenomenon that you make rules about and you manage risk around them. For example, order blocks. ICT gave us a definition for order blocks, which very roughly states that at a support level, lowest closing, last down candle with the most body, open to close, etc., and then displacement and all that. Then I took that idea and kind of redefined what makes a support level for me, and why should an order block be formed there. Why should price stop? If price is coming down to this level, why can't it just go through here? Why should it stop? Those things I saw on my own time, and then I created the OB model and all the other models that I have. It's very unique, but yeah, it works. So I maybe figured out something. That's what I tell myself. What's happening here? So this was the imbalance level we're looking at yesterday. We now traded up and rebalance that portion of it. So let's pull that out. So the draw should be somewhere up in here for today. And for good measure, they could just spike in here because they're good people and then crash. Small tap. Not convinced. Need some more volatility. So not convinced about that. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Fair value for buying, trade it down slowly, then we'll move it away very aggressively. So not quite inversion level, but I guess it would have been the closest thing, meaning pull this out in time, and if price breaks below here, support broken becomes resistance ideas. But this is not the textbook definition. This is kind of like a modified version. What should matter though is the fact that we have fair value for buying. Buying took place. Higher lows are formed, which means this is liquidity. Taking this low should be a market structure shift. Took it here. Down candles, no close above the high. That's not the high. So no bullish order block, or no trade above the high. No bullish order block. Cool, I'm fine with that. So if there's market structure shift to the downside, bullish order blocks not being validated, and DXY setting up potential for retracement higher, the drawn liquidity for this guy should be lower on principle. Refining, because why not? I'd be looking inside here, this run here. We've already taken this low. I don't know what these lines are for anymore. Tapped into that. So these, that would be my drawn liquidity if I was going to go short UCAD. Low-key, I want to. What time is it? 35? Too early. Too early to go short like that. Way too early for me and my model. Anyway, somebody is going to catch it and then share. But for my model, that's a no-no. What's happening here? This looks like an order block 50%, but not very clear here. Maybe it's a H1. Yeah. H1 OB, highs, close above, displacement. Taps it perfectly, moves away. Where's the drawn liquidity? At this point in time, where was the drawn liquidity? We would be looking for lows created prior to this high. These would be first. Done. This is very wild. So here. And this is Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Thursday's high. Down inside here would be nice for a buy for me and my model. I also like this fair value up here. That's nice. How far away is this? Is this a tradable short? That's a lot of move. That's a lot of move. Let's see. I wonder if Dwayne on the call. This looks like a valid short. This looks like a valid short. Here. So we had balance price range, displacement, return to this candle's open, which means that was a short we missed because I wasn't on the chart. So now if we miss this entry and this wick is here, I'm not very comfortable selling here because then I'd have to factor in this much risk. I'm not about that life. So let's think IOFED. Somebody's going to say that's not IOFED. Is it? Inside here, this reduces my risk greatly. That would be a short worth taking. If I don't get that short, that's just it. There's that thing again. There we go. So the shorts or the sell to buys looks like they're going to be setting up. Let's see which one we can get. That one missed. This is running higher. Where's the drawn liquidity? Let's move this, put it right here. Already tapped into it, and there's a huge void here. So if there's a old high, huge void, we're trading above the bodies here, but not closing above this high. Means the highest bodies should be rejection block there. I'll watch that on a lower time frame. So that's my potential rejection block, which gives me the idea that we could get a short inside here. And not yet time to see reversals. Temptation. The temptation to go along here to run this. Not interested. I am the master of my mind. Okay, what's this? Way too many things. I'm gonna have to clear this all up. All right, logics. Let's start with Thursday's range. Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday. This is Thursday's high. Bam. Internal. Swept. Displacement. Here. This usually stays open. It did. Now it's liquidity. The drawn liquidity would be here. Nice and simple. Unread messages just jumped up. Oh, just checking if there's a message for me. So if this is the drawn liquidity here, it would mean we need a reason to go short. So let's talk order blocks. Highs were taken here. Order block candidate. That. Take this line off. Don't need it anymore. Bam. Order block displaced. Pretty like normal stuff. Traded back inside, playing around the order block, looking good. I see you. M15, too far. Why should I view that as an order block? We have here, then we have beautiful time and price playing out, which means if this is the order block, and I was looking for an opposing liquidity run to enter, I shouldn't go short below here, based on my rules. Shouldn't go short before here. So, where's 8 o'clock open? 7 a.m. Judas. Is 8 o'clock open? Trades down initially. Bam. Pull the veil back a little bit. Watch this low. Okay, so in order for this to be a really nice short, we don't want to see this low get taken before this high. If the low gets taken first, the probability of speed to this low decreases. So we'd want to see them trade higher first. Inside here, as we get close to 9 o'clock. Right? I'm not saying this is going to be a setup. I'm saying this is what would make this an ideal setup for my model. Here, 50% of this range, I'd like them to stay above 50% of this range between now and 9 o'clock. So the next 17 minutes, stay above here. At 9 o'clock, which is 16 on this broker, that's too far. At that time, if we're above 50% and then we take the high, that short at 80, 90 pip short should be very sexy. But those are the criteria that makes it favorable. So, because I'm never in any rush to trade, I'm going to tag 50%. We'll come back to that later. If I forget why it's there, just remind me. M15, let's take this off. What do we have? Let's go H1 for the culture. This is probably Thursday's range. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Nope. This is Thursday's range. Highlighted. Cool. Where's the draw on liquidity? First, this is the last time we had highs being taken. Bam. Too much lipstick. All that makeup isn't good. Hashtag don't kill me. I'm joking. So here's the last time we had a high taken on H1. This was the candle that closed above it. So we'd be requiring this candle's low to be violated for a market structure shift to the downside. Or even if it's just an internal run to push higher. So we have a daily low confluencing right here. And while this is nice, I like this better. Low hanging objective, it's Thursday. Okay, so I like that range for today's draw. M15 on this time frame, this candle barely closed above it. So on principle, sticking to the rules, this would be your M15 OB. Here. That would be your M15 OB. Order block, displacement, FVG. What's the risk on this bad boy? Ooh. Do I want to risk this much? It's too early. This price action is, call this Tuesday. It should be not interesting. This delivery is, I call it like Tuesday. Tuesday uninterested delivery. Gold playing nicely for now. So higher. Let's go higher first. Let's go higher first for everything. And allow this guy to play around in fair value for buying. Where would that be? Well, we have a low taken here, intraday, which would make this guy that thing that we know and love. Trades above it here, randomly find support there. Man, look at that. Thing is repeating. So with time, price can be held inside here. Going long inside here as a DXY trader, you put your stop here, you're asking for it. You put your stop here, and maybe you're not so bad. But I want to see this push higher. But I want it to be held. Okay, Naz, I see you. You don't want us to be great. It's not a lot, no big deal. Plus time. Let's allow for the liquidity to build. This guy going lower and then higher is very interesting because of what I have here. So this might rain check me on my shorts. See that this looks like it needs to trade lower first. Rain check me on my shorts. Exactly as I expected. This is M5. It's 848. Long wicks, bodies, rejection block. Not ready. Don't start the price action outside of time. You get tempted to do stuff. H1, and I don't know what any of this means, so it's gotta go. Naked chart. Period separators. On principle, this should be Thursday, if I can count. Which means taking the high, retracing, displacement, low, bam, close below. Order block. Drawn liquidity. Boom, game over. Drawn liquidity is lower. I need a bearish order block to go short. High. Bearish order block. Buy side liquidity taken above. Market structure shift below here. Back inside. Displacement. IOFED. All the good stuff. Bam. So a little bit of the XY strength should be interesting. Closing price of this candle should also be interesting. A little bit too interesting. But this is nice. Shorts above here should be interesting as well. Shorts above here targeting that is interesting. Oh, this is GU. Get off. S&P. All right, Dwayne's on the call. Dwayne, you remember when I said it should make another run at that low? This is now same idea here. Bam, fair value for buying. Liquidity in fair value for buying. Taps into that. But because of time, it looks like it wants to come back down here again. Even though we do have, or we already have, for completeness sake, engineer liquidity, another pass at liquidity, order block, market structure shifts, internal liquidity sweep, but the internal liquidity sweep didn't quite get here. So if you want me to participate in this long, like you're trying to tempt me to do, you need to come down here. Or you need to go back to premium, so I'll short to the order block. Or leave me alone. Yeah, man. Yeah. Not interested in any of this. Looks interesting. I'd have to check time delivery to specify what's going on here. But same idea, really. We have these lows, rejection block because we don't have a close. So what's the lowest body inside here? I'm just going to pick that one because that's what I can see. Order block. Should be a nice idea. That brings us to all of them. So M5, we know what we want to see. We want to see that range. So if you're a gambling man, put your fib on. That's all. Let me see, Elliot. Put your fib on.
Don't do that again, bro.
I'll tell you about a character flaw that I have. I have actual pattern memory. So if we're having a conversation right now and I'm, let's say, tapping my glasses, so anytime after that conversation, if I tap my glasses, I remember the conversation. It's very weird, but it's how I hide information in actions. So if I'm studying, I read notes and do stuff with my fingers. So then in the exam, I just do stuff with my fingers and I remember what I study. But yeah. The anomaly. What do we want for this again? I don't remember. I didn't think. So yeah, think order block or something inside here, internal liquidity run. Up to down should be the name of the game. I'll watch that. So many lines. They're all overlapping the same place. So I'm just going to trust my analysis and say price should be drawn here and then lower. Pretty much waiting for time. So we outlined what we wanted to see. Let's put that 8 a.m. on. Drop a couple more hints. So yeah, just holding, waiting for time. High to low, roughly about 50%. No man's land. Big territory. Waiting for time. Gold, we didn't want to see this low get taken before 9. And we want it to be above that red line at 9. I mentioned that this is going to be a disgusting delivery. You could just call it Tuesday because Tuesday is usually a disgusting delivery. And why am I not surprised? Scalpable, but just not worth it. If I know the delivery is going, well, I don't know anything. If I believe the delivery is likely to be choppy, the range only makes sense to trade on a 1 minute chart. So you see how this looks meh? On a 1 minute chart, there's a lot more clarity. We'd be able to see big wick split it in half, highs in big wick, order block, trade below, short this guy in this imbalance right here for fun. Put your stop above here or here. Should be no more than 20 pips. If I shorted the close of the imbalance, should be fine. That would have been 50 pips. But that's M1 delivery, and I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm trying to M5, M15. M1 is only for loss recovery. So yeah, we're watching. I'd like this to be up here to play that short. But if it goes lower first, I'm watching this low. This is the range low, not the liquidity low. So changing the state of delivery should run that. This is not it's not a liquidity hunt. How do I say this? When a range is created, there are different runs on a range. Meaning, normally, we hunt liquidity. So we look for highs and lows that holds liquidity, and we trade to the liquidity. Some persons try to fade the liquidity like market makers, but they don't have the volume. So they try to assume market makers are going to do something here. This delivery here is that market maker type of structure. There is no delivery, there's no liquidity at this low. But because it's a timed range, running this is nice. But I'm bearish. So I'd like to see 9 o'clock and after. I'm not specific on 9 o'clock, but I like to see them being higher first, and then the short to here would be nice. If they trade down here first, shouldn't happen, but if they do trade down here first, and this guy is finding support exactly where we think it should, is that right? Okay, yeah. If trades lower first and then this fails to find support where we want it to, and it breaks, then we could start looking for longs below that low. So there you have it. Pulling back the rain, the veil, if you will, a little bit. Hiding stuff in plain sight, like I do in every call. I do that. So the stocking has begun. It's just a waiting period now. Let me check the chat to see who's laughing. Somebody's possibly laughing. Nobody's laughing. Oh, Leon, I mean the discussion chat. But if it's something that's not for discussion chat and you post in 1v1, that's cool. Where's the next John liquidity during news? Nas and gold on the chart. It's waiting for time now. Who's that going long? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, Leon, just comment. I think if you comment on any of the posts in the chat, it should auto put you in. But if not, I can send you a link. All right, cool. One more minute. What's this again? AU trading higher. Wait, we wanted that. This trading higher, we wanted that. This trading lower, I think we wanted that. It would make sense to want that. Gold being above here, we wanted that. This being this low, no, we didn't want that. We wanted this to be above here. All right, gold showing up for work. See what you have for daddy today. GUM5. I'm waiting for Ed to say something. Ed is going to say something here. What's this?
None of that.
None of that. So yeah, we wanted to see this run to the high to give us a potential short idea down into the order block. Above here should be fine enough. Tad bit early. This is the downside to trading time delivery on your psychology. You'll see setups form and they'll make sense and they'll offer good ranges and you'll want to take them. Some of them will play out. Some of them will halfway play out and then come back on you. So you have to trust your edge over time and not one-off wins. So one of these I think was an order block. I think it's that one right there. Yeah. But I think I refined it to maybe this. So either way, I'm interested in shorts and then longs. This chance of this doing that was likely, but the risk on it is also, it's in premium, the premium end of this range at the moment. So scalping should be permitted. But that was my downfall initially. Once I started seeing stuff that repeated on an algorithmic basis, I always found myself being drawn to looking at price for a setup first. Nowadays, I look at what time is it first, and then what price should it be at that time. Then I play it. And if I get stopped out, I'm comfortable. Because if I take 100 trades using that same logic, let's say I get stopped out 40 times, those are going to be 40 controlled losses. Those 60 winners are going to be monsters. And that's the edge in your system. So I wanted this at this time to go short. See, it's not there. If it goes below here, I stock buys. Cause I love you for infinity. It's like gold. Let's be sure that the risk is managed when I'm doing this. Let's stop this candle's low. Roughly about there. This candle's high. Roughly about there. Very nice. Very nice. So absolute I'd really want to be on the short side of this because of this low. Am I willing to take a risk here to buy up here? I mean, the risk is controlled. I mean, if I don't feel good about it, I could always reduce the lot size. But while this is possible, I think this is more probable, going lower first. It's just a waiting game now. I'm going to take this line off so we can actually see the price action. And I'll take this off too. There we go. I think that's all we had. Ninja mode would be that, going long for that 20. But then we'd have to go M1 to get that little oomph in our entries. Can you see why this was a good trade right here? Using these lows in this candle. You should. Or you should know. All right. Let's go get them. Let's go get them. This is an example of a 50-50 long setup. While this is probable, the risk on this, man, risk on this is huge. If I was in the gambling mode, 50% of that 50%, just buy this and hope. Hold on to it for dear life. Everything is being held for now. This guy looks like it's going to be the most interesting. Put this on the challenge account. Whew. Scary stuff. Very scary stuff. What's this waiting for though? Just get there already. I'll put gold and NAS on. Gold, NAS, and EU looks like they're going to be the ones. This EU long hook, somewhat tempting. Risk. This looks nice. That looks nice. Inside there and there. M5. From the low to the high. Okay. It's okay. It's a... But entering too early here is FOMO. That is FOMO. Here. Oh, look at that. This should be a buy. That should be a buy. I think the risk just reduced. It's now 14 pips. Probability. Wait. If this is this high inside that range, it's going to fall. Which means higher prices, which means lower prices, which means higher prices, and higher prices. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The XY is in premium of its range. Yeah. But this is not in discount. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's give it one more M5 candle. So not this one, but the next one. So what's that? 2, 5, 7. So 7 minutes to check the chat, ask questions, have a little. What just happened? Interesting. Patience. When you say real DOL, you assume that I have information. Doing no pressuring himself. All you had to do is wait for the run. Instead of taking the quick buy, instead of taking a buy like this, if you know this is going to run, this is the buy you take. So this M5 should be the one. So I would really like if, well, I guess 930 isn't far away, so Naz is allowed to do stuff. But for the Forex pairs, I'd like them in discount so I can get some good longs. My gut says this should be okay. But it's a little bit too high for me. I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's FOMO if I do this. So if we're gonna FOMO responsibly. 50% of that range is here. That should cut off some of the risk. Which means if I go M15 from the red line to the OB low, is that less than 20? 18, not worth it. It's basically the same thing. Okay, dipping into the OB now. So it's at that low I wanted in discount. Okay, running up to that gray box. It's in the OB. This is now 10 pips. I think I can risk 10 pips. I'm not going to use 0.5 though. I'm going to use 0.4. And by now, I'm going to trail my stop down to here for a $25 risk. And the best case scenario. There we go. Do we get another one? DJ Khaled. All right, so Naz, let's actually put them both up at EU101 to monitor it. Naz, the potential that Naz still needs to go into discount opens the door for them to play naughty with this and still push it a little bit lower. Yeah, that. Because this needs to go a little bit lower, the XY can be a little bit more bullish to facilitate that. And that's fine. Acceptable. $25 risk. The XY at the OB now. What need do you have to go below that low? None. Wow. I feel attacked. My fault. 20 pips wouldn't take me out, would it? No, it wouldn't. Scalper's remorse, tight stops. Still want to buy again, but it's so far away now. It's like all of 5 pips. That's it. Almost there. I want to buy it right when it's touching it again. That's precision. I'm just gonna buy it here. Accept the risk. That's a full 10 pip stop on now. Full 10 pip stop on. Keep it on M5. M5 should be nicer. Chop fest. Okay, gold. I see you. Nothing's really moving. Nothing's really interesting. Nothing is really interesting or moving as much as they should. Very nice. You go, girl. Is that 20? So my $25 that I lost, I made back. Not bad. Not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. Okay, risk management. I'm going to take off 0.3 there and remove the risk. Where's my stop? Put it at -1. Keep the win rate under control. That will counter the loss if it stops me out.
Nice one, Mr. Robert. Nice one, Mr. Robert. Nice one. This was a very quick one, Mr. Robert. I'm very impressed.
Yeah. Trying for the culture. So let's all recognize that this candle here is an order block. So we can get another pass inside it. But there's lots of time for this candle to close and retreat. Lots of time. Let's also lament the fact that these guys are cruel. AU was cruel. Didn't get back to here. NAS didn't come deep enough. UCAD. Oh, well, I wasn't planning on trading UCAD, but you can see what he did. You can see what he do. Gold now is doing that thing that I wanted, which means EU is going to retrace deep. which means DXY is probably playing. There we go. Right at 50%. Very nice to see them just tap this, right? So now, if we want sustained lower prices on DXY, this low needs to be closed below. We want this guy to moon, so discount should be visited, which is suggesting some bullish DXY in the next 11 minutes. And I'm leaving this for the greater good, by the way. I think at this point, it's my TP is like $100, which is a full 10% of the account. So risking $1, roughly, I don't know about that, to make $100. Who's going to pass that up? I'm not. So give me that discount prices.
Why are you whispering like ICT?
ICT whispers? I was whispering more like Yin Yang Twins. Make trading fun again, guys. Make trading fun. We're not stomping those professionals in a room. You find a hobby that pays you, you never have to work. Your hobby is supposed to be fun. Let me check the chat real quick. I low-key want to buy EU again, but this not being in discount isn't very enticing. Not very enticing at all. What? What's this? Very nice. I don't know your name in your Telegram when it says T, but very nice trade. Very nice trade. Let's watch. So remember, the fact that this needs to trade lower opens the door for DXY strength, which opens the door for this being a stop out. But the risk is worth it. It's worth losing $1 on the chance of making that. Do I short this though? That's the thing. That's what I'm thinking about. Do I short this? No. From where I'm going to short to the minimum objective is peanuts. Not worth it. I'd more rather put risk on EU again. But no. Then again,
You look for far owes us from yesterday, you know.
Yeah, EU owes us from yesterday. EU definitely owes us from yesterday. Definitely. I'm gonna put a line here and then analyze something here. So that's a 50% level. I'm looking at this now and seeing that there's a rejection block here. And there's 2 down candles that close below. So the chances that this guy runs to here, in my opinion, increases. Which means the short potential is actually not peanuts at all. Not peanuts. Not peanuts at all. So, where would I enter? Definitely not going to be here, that's for sure. That's for sure. I'd consider it above these heights. Oh, which means gold is... Yeah. So remember what we wanted for gold. Yeah. No biggie. No biggie. At least we learned something. Push the button. Or tell Ed to manage the trades. AU as well. Spectacular. So we may get that discount run that we want. which is good. It means we could potentially push this to 1500 today. Because if I get a NAS long, I'm going to hold. Probably go aggressive and hold the bulk of the position for anywhere north of 100 points. This short is tempting, by the way. What's the risk on this? Cheap. Cheap risk on this one. What time is it? If the next, it's a little bit counterproductive. It's a little bit counterproductive because then I would be requiring the XY to trade back above here, which is not far-fetched. What did the EU do? But it's a little bit of a stretch. Manipulation should push this lower. That's what I'm banking on. And probably $33. It's not bad. Can I risk $33 on this? I'd have to use a 0.15 and 20 pips. Or use a 0.2 and 15 pips. Here, 15 pips higher. Is it worth it? What's EU doing? Possibly going to take this low and then push. Doesn't matter either way. The order block has been validated. They can do a lot of things here. But to stop it, the loss is controlled. So in no way nobody should be worried. This M5, we're going into equities open. So remember the rule. First M5 candle, bloodbath. That would be a nice bloodbath. Up, down. Chop, 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 chop. Moon. That's the only thing that will get my participation. Thank you, EU. You've been awfully nice. Take a look at other things for culture. The GU analysis was shared earlier. Don't remember it at the moment, but I think it had something to do with this level being tapped again. This, we required it to be down here, so shorts inside here makes sense. I didn't analyze this, and we wanted to see this guy run. Is this the day to touch this pair? 3 minutes before equities open. No. High, order block, inside here. Nice. But that's all we have for now. DXY consolidating in premium. Consolidating in premium. Really? Consolidating in premium. You don't see that often. AU the temptation. Oh. UCAD the whatever that is. Gold would have been nice. 20 pips would have put us here. Would have been 20 something here. Here's now doing what it do. Let's see if EU is gonna just sit and wait for us. Absolute perfection. 320. Can I set a limit at 320? It's a little bit risky. Limit 320. 20 points would be managed. would be managed. So what's stopping me from doing this? That M5 candle has no manners.
Yo, Jake. What you want, Jake? 700? Bombo clap.
Jake on 700 now?
If you took the EU long, him definitely upon 700.
Makes sense.
Jake, just give me a wave. Give me a wave, no man. Bombo clap.
Jake, I don't see him in the chat. He's on the call?
Him there. Him right next to my name. You see him, Jake. You see him, Jake. Him there. For sure. Bombo clap.
Alright, let me allow him to
DJ
speak.
shots harass, man.
I'm gonna allow Jake to speak if he wants to. There you go, Jake. So if you wanna unmute and say a few words for the culture, you may do so. I'm watching 320 and the willingness for it to stop this downfall. And I want to put $20 risk on at 320, but then it looks like it could. Oh, okay. Feel you. I feel you. You don't want to give me 320. What about EU? AU, I mean. UCAD. All the good stuff. Well then. Temptation to short above this high is great. But this is the M5 where they whipsaw. I'll allow it to miss me. I'm fine.
Go on, the EU. Go on.
What's EU? What's EU floating? Like $20 or something? Yes, it's about $20. It probably push us to like 1100. But they don't want to give us the short end so we could go long again. And buying here is madness. What time is it? 9:31. Okay. Do what he do. What does M15 look like for this guy? Consecutive down close candles. Make sense. That short looks pretty. I like the short, but the order flow is very bullish, and time is the risk for selling short right here is greater than anything else. I mean, not impossible, clearly, but not worth it for me. What would be nice is they just do what he do. Just do what he do. Just do what he do. And don't leave us. Nas owes us a 300-point trade. It does. It really does. But she be playing, man. She be playing. Gold longs. EU should be slow on the retrace. A long-term trade. We just cut positions, open up risk, and hold here. Can't be bothered with that. I'd still, if I cut positions, why don't like cutting positions and opening risk is I'll still want to manage the position. And if it's small position and I manage and take partials, then am I really paying myself, or am I really feeding my ego, leaving a 0.1 on to run? Ego feeding. Slow retrace. Nice, nice. This M1 probably look pretty. Pretty and very tempting. Give me that new M5, por favor. The one that's going to make me go long. That's crazy. I'll put it messed up here. As pretty as it looks, and even if it plays out as pretty as it will look in hindsight, rules keep us in check. All right, slow retrace, new M5 coming up. 3, 2, 1. Drop. Just drop and give me that entry. What he do, Nance, what he do? Slow EU, nice. Which means it's overwhelmingly bullish, which means the XY is underlyingly weak, which means stop playing with me, Naz. Awkward silence. I would play music, but I don't know if YouTube is going to flag it for copyright. So
Me go flag you myself. Mama.
you'd have. You know what I'd play? I'd play one of two songs. You know the two.
What song? What song?
Shayo.
Oh no.
Or God did for the culture. Hey, you. Pair you. Get the guns out for this guy. I'm gonna go standard 2 lots. Just give me what I want, man. Give me what I want. Or am I not factoring this? Is that why all this is happening and it's eluding me? It's a small body can load a large wick. So you ideally should stock entries between the high and the open, and not the open and the low. Write that down.
Yo, you man, write it down right now. All of you write it down. You're just sitting there watching.
Yeah, Naz is really toying with me. Well, I mean, the M5 candle is about, 3 minutes away from closing. EU is retracing slowly as expected, so that's good. Pushing about 30, almost 40. Nice. Which means from a risk management standpoint, we're allowed to enter Naz early because we have cushion. But I just don't want to enter early. I just don't. One thing you don't want to do as a trader is take a winning trade because you broke your rules. And that's just that gives your discipline a whoop ass. I need to be disciplined anymore. I formed in and I won. You can't talk to me. Don't tell me what to do. I always find it funny how someone would reach out to you. Okay, see you for help. Really? And you give advice, and then they do something on their own. And then everything is, I understand. What do you understand? One data point doesn't make a trend. Yes, in that last minute, just give us, and then that M5 can leave here. I'd appreciate that. Or do you want to be reasonable adults, Ed, and put this is about 10% on? Want to do that?
Did I say what?
I was kidding. What I was saying is that with this lot size, 20 points, we're risking $40, which is not under leveraging, given the account balance and the aggression of what we're doing. It's not under leveraging, but the losses don't hurt. So we can take strings of losses and not be. Hold up. Wait a minute. I clicked this, but it didn't. Mercy said no, guys. Mercy said no. But I want to buy inside there. Gray box. And 320 ideally.
Yeah. Inside the green box. Bumbo clock.
Alright. Let's go. Take it there. There we go. Whew. That was a stressful one, man. That was a stressful one. Now leave so I could potentially stock add-ons. What about gold? Nope. Gold is a no-no. I think there was something about this guy on M15 that I believed would pull it low. No? Or is it M5? Doesn't matter. Risk is managed. Risk is managed. What do we have open now? What time is it? Oh, it's got some time to play around, and it also has this blue line. But I'm just gonna hold it. No TP, and I'm gonna wait for maybe about 10 o'clock before I start doing anything else. So now let's talk about what we'd want to see. Let's take this off for a sustained move higher. Small console pushes here, trading inside here. This is the imbalance. We tap the imbalance. We have time. I'm cognizant of the fact that reversals don't happen this early, but we have a dealing range. Sell side, buy side taken, we should make this okay by my rules. Pulling risk up is a thing because of the time, but or we just watch the daily target. What's your target for today, Ed? 880.
See, pure vibe today, pure vibe.
Pure vibes. I think it should be 880. I'm just thinking of the fact that the risk here is managed and potential for add-ons may form. That's what I'm thinking. Time. When price gets to the objective before time, we will sit and wait. The DXY breakaway gaps and crash. Not bad. AU is open for interpretation. Look at this guy. Almost did what we wanted it to do. Didn't analyze this. And this is the one that was likely to kill us based on our good friend Dwayne. So I trust his expertise in the area and I left it alone. I'm here. If you don't hear me, I'm here. I'm checking Telegram for the messages. And here, post. All right, what do we have now? It is 9:45. We're looking good. Oh, that's what, 30 points? Because we're into 40 really. How far away is this high? Solid 80. And 50 looks really nice. We could potentially start reducing stops here. But the stops, the risk currently is controlled. Getting a full stop out here won't hurt. But if for your balance, you need to take partials or reduce your stops here, feel free to do so. Gotta manage the open positions. Probably floating somewhere around $100. Yeah. So let's take a look at this now. For me, what would warrant the need to go break even? We've already had a bullish market structure shift here. This red line isn't needed anymore. So the dealing range that we're currently working with, I think, is here to here. Use that one there to here. Before we get any kind of confirmations, well, actually, this is the dealing range we're working with. But this is extraneous price action. When price leaves here after our entry, closing above the 50% should be the first indicator that says that you can tighten the risk. We don't have that. So this is not a move your stop yet. Can we close it if it comes back to entry and then wait? Yes, we can. But again, the risk is managed, so I'm not worried about getting a full stop out here or not. Shayo. This is retracing faster than I'd expected, which makes sense that this guy.
What the hell just happened?
What do you mean?
You saw blue, now me see red to bombo.
I don't know. The retracement isn't that far-fetched, really, because there was kind of like an unseen correlation crack where this is the only thing that didn't push down, and I was kind of saying that it might not need to anymore. Gold drop to discount, EU retracing, NAS SL. So normal stuff. Normal stuff. That was likely to happen because this needs to drop. So DXY might give that trapped order flow behavior. It will move like small increments and everything else will move a lot. So it can facilitate this getting where it needs to be before time. So on the off chance, no off chance really. I'd like my balance to stay above 1K. Thank you very much. So if there is need for this guy to go deeper, I just cut EU in and wait. No big deal. What's this? What's NAS doing now? Or where is this? I think that was the M15 POI. That was the level I was looking for. I knew there was something. So everything is looking like it needs to retrace. I might cut EU here just to maintain the 1K margin, the 1K balance. And I'll think about my next long right here. But I don't think DXY is even pushing that fast for anything to be moving that fast as I thought. I need $12. Take $12 off this AU, maintain my 1K, and then leave the rest. And wait patiently for NAS. So think about 0.5 should do. So 1K, and I think the EU position is currently risking $1. So if this stops me out, this might shake off to maybe about 1,002. Either way, gold and this guy should pay. Shayo. I knew there was something. My mind was telling me that there was something on NAS that I was looking at, but I just didn't see it when I zoomed out. What time is it? We don't trade levels, we trade reaction of the levels. I really like that long. I want to go along this guy and I want to go along gold. Probably going to add on to this guy. This guy is doing what we thought it would. So yeah, what's the learning opportunity here? I lost sight of this. Didn't see it. So once we get a confirmed market structure shift, or time allows, that entry should be fine. Gives me great pleasure though, knowing that scalping that or this Be very fruitful. I don't think I would have went short here unless I got this entry. Anything else would be not for me. Not for me at all. Let's check the chat. Yeah, Naz Naz is out for blood. This is the same idea like UCAD daily. Caught between 2 points. Needs to break out. Needs to break out. Cheeky. Very, very cheeky. I want to take this again. I want to take this again here. But scoot over here. Was it this time frame? This is the time frame. I'm gonna go long here again. Inside here. Wait. I can see the narrative why the long should play. But do they want to?
Can't see the full screen.
No, as in I'm looking at this. This is what I'm looking at.
Oh, okay, right.
Alright, I'm gonna take another bite here. Right there. Probably should be a tick below the high, just in case they fill it in. No big deal. No need to be worried.
What
Can't be
the
afraid
hell
of
is
taking
that yourself?
losses. It's at the, let me tell you the exact price. $11,212, which is very close. 212 is a weird number. Nothing institutional about 212. So I'm gonna pull my take profit all the way up here until I decide to adjust it. Manage the trade accordingly. So, what about gold? Gold rejection block right here is looking like it could give us what we want, but I'm not convinced yet. If we buy gold at the rejection block, the stop is too wide, or we have to reduce risk and accept it. Can you, Ed?
Yeah. What you said, dog?
I was going to cut this gold long. Yeah, I'll stock it another time. What did we lose from that first NAS? That first NAS long 43.20. Do I want to recover losses first, or do I want to swing for the hill? What time is it? 2 minutes until the new hourly candle. I think that this should be fine. Should be fine. I'm gonna take this off and put it on. So I'm ignoring this wick altogether, and I'm putting it on this candle's low. So for analysis purposes, I'm viewing this as the low of whatever day this is. So this is probably whatever day this is, right? Whatever day is October 24th. I'll tell you for conversational purposes, Monday. But this is Monday's low for conversational purposes, this one right here. So we've bought the low of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have the tiger by the tail? Do we have the tiger by the tail? No chance to add on EU yet, so no big deal. Let's zoom into this guy. What's this fractal saying? Bam, bam, bam. I don't know what half of these blue lines are for, but this sure does look good. Now we have a down candle at a support level, which means we need balanced price ranges inside here. So if you know what the balanced price range is, you should know what confirms it. But I'm liking the potential that we may have gotten the tiger by the tail for decent risk, really. We could go M1 to refine, but I don't think we need to. The risk should be acceptable here. M15 as well. My only concern is, do they want to fill this in completely? Because my stop is exactly there. Do they want to fill that in completely? Either way, rules keep us in check. This is a managed trade. This is a calculated risk. Let it go. Is that frozen? Let it go is frozen? I think so.
Oh, your screen frozen, I don't know what's going on.
You not seeing my screen?
No, I can. Never mind. Ignore me.
Let it go. Let it go. And it's been a while since we played Kahoot.
Yeah, you don't like me no more, man.
We ran out of Kahoot ideas. Trapped order flow. So DXY needs to go below 109.80. AU is going to be a non-event. It's going to be a trade that we no longer look at for the rest of the day. Unless it potentially sets up a retracement entry. UK dying, didn't give the entry. I was this close to buying gold somewhere inside here. Man, nice 30. I've been $60, I think, because I'd used 0.2. Nice little oomph for the equity. EU looks good. Good enough. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. This is not bad. BPR coming up. Almighty push. So now for the real question. Today, we pretty confident that we may have caught the tiger by the tail. Does that mean that we should just hold on for dear life or play the targets? And how do you know you're not being greedy?
I assume you're asking me.
Well, it's an open question, but I know you'd answer. Oh, nice. Junior bought gold. Gold can go back into 1700, but if you can get, I have to maximize the screen. 1 sec. If you can get this on gold, if you got the gold entry, if you were confident, 66 is good, but I'd partial 66 break even and leave a runner. That's what I would do if I got it, but I didn't.
These are the two we got left. Pick your poison.
Huh? Let it go. Let it go. Oh, somebody got AU as well. Awesome. Well done. Bro, I need to know your name because I can't keep calling you T. Yeah, so you need to put your name in the chat so I know how to address you. All right, cool. Well done, Junior. Well done. Let's take a look at risk management now, trade management as well. We are floating above 1100, and Eddie is not telling me what the stuff should be for the day, so I have to go in the chat now and go find that picture myself. So after 990, the objective should be.
I heard that shade. Don't do that.
The objective should be 1110. Can I scale out partials here and leave something on? This is 130. Half of that is 65, maybe 70 now. 70 puts me not 110. So Greedy Bastards Day. Greedy Bastards Day. Where's EU? Greedy Bastards Day. All right, Ed? Or you want partials? You're at 1K now, Ed?
Me balling to bombo.
You're balling. What I mean, 1K?
Me rich.
But let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. This trade is playing out nicely, and we are getting excited. Because we're getting excited, we're just sitting and watching the price action and not managing the trade, which is normal for anyone when you're in a winning trade. You get hopeful. How do we manage that? Manage the risk. You can't manage the outcome. So, do I want to put it -1? I want to put it -1, but you can put your stop loss though. I don't like the idea of my stop being inside here though. I'm gonna put it at -1. Control the win rate. There. But I don't like the idea of my stop being inside here either way, because this is fair value for buying. Which means these manipulative guys could drop this back inside here without going below and then higher. Or even worse, they could stop on this for no good reason, then recapitalize this candle here. But either way, the risk is managed. We're comfortable. Well, I'm comfortable. If you can't and you're not comfortable, take partials. Walk away.
Unless you're on IC markets and you use one lot, then you're screwed.
You use one lot?
I'll never make that mistake again, not me silly. I would have used 5 if you told me how small the SL was.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it after yesterday, seeing what that 5 lot does. I would have definitely put a 5 on it again, like that song. I got 5 on it. My singing abilities there. No, it doesn't. All good. All right, so let's get back to managing. No idea what these lines are for. Not the blue ones, the dotted ones. But I'm liking that. That could be the end of your day or our day. And I'm liking the fact that all of this high is wiki. So by design, we must watch that price level for the rejection block potential. M5 candle close now. Retracements permitted. If this is floating 200, I will secure my security. I'd like to take partials. I'd like to not take partials before this high, but this is greed. It really is greed. Be honest. This is a lot we're floating for the account. But I'd like to scale off enough to get me at the objective and then leave. And Ed can't scale out $1.50 and leave 0.5. Can you, Ed?
Nope.
Yeah, I figured. I got 5 on it. Anything else worth scalping, or should I just behave? BPR that we mentioned, created. Here. I was reading something yesterday and it said that trying to remember the exact quote. Something along the lines of being uncomfortable. I think it said you don't become the best version of yourself without withstanding uncomfortable circumstances. Something along that line. That could be terribly butchered. I can't remember. But basically, I interpreted it as saying, if there's something you really want to pursue, it's not always going to be roses and sunshine. There's going to be rain, there's going to be storms, there's going to be obstacles. But if you can endure, survive those hard times along your journey, when the going gets good, you should sleep comfortably. For us traders, it would be if you can endure a period of taking losses or a bad spell or drought or whatever they want to call it, but a period where your model is not performing as ideally as it does, but you know your model works. If you can stick with your model through thick and thin, right? Very motivational. When the model is going good, you should enjoy it. You really should enjoy it. And I think a lot of persons don't have that stomach for trading because we only see people showing wins, sniper trades.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. I know you guys are crying out of emotion. What's the TP39?
I didn't put that TP, did I? Yeah, I did.
Oh, no,
11, 6, 8, 9. This is now floating that 200. And you should be able to scale out 100 and be nice at. You should be at 1K, bro. But because we're potentially caught the tiger, I'm going to wait for specific levels to take partials and then leave runners. This is the first place I should be considering partials. or really the bodies here. That's the first place I should be considering partials. So I missed my partial idea. What time is it? 9:13. You ready to take partials, Ed?
Born ready, man. Me born ready.
Okay. So I want to take it as we're trading through that high. So right now, por favor. There. Okay. Partials out. With Gucci. Let her run for whatever. Congrats to Junior on the gold trade. Congrats to T on the AU trade. The XY Death, nice. And I think EU Spain, it's not, breaking the bank, but the logic is there. So that's going to be the end of today's call. There really isn't anything more to talk about. Lovely delivery here. I'll take another partial. Oh, Ed can't take partials. So we'll probably close at. Wait, Ed, what's your balance? Tell me what's your balance first.
Brother, me close it, me happy.
You close everything?
Yeah, man, I'm bothered. I'm tired now, man. I'm tired.
All right, so your balance is above 1K, right?
Ooh, 1K and 90 pounds.
Okay, cool. I'll take another partial. So, if that's it, then you're fine. You're fine. No need for me to do anything then. Just leave them. Yeah. I'm probably going to partial again, but for now, I'm just going to relax. So we'll end the call here, and I'll try to remember to post it. Been missing those. And enjoy the rest of your day, folks. Thank you for coming out, and like and subscribe. Help me grow the channel. All the good stuff.